Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin Podcast. I'm your host, Sinji, with me, my co-host, Big Tone Ton.
Yo,
And although he refuses it, other host, Urbe.
What up?
Co-host, other host, whatever. uh, what grinds my gears? Anybody got anything they really want to kick it off with, or can I just go?
just go ahead.
You sound excited, so you might as well have it.
Well, not really excited. It was kind of really last minute. And, like, it didn't really grind my gears, but it was kind of fucked up. Because, like, as you guys as gamers both know, like gaming has become like so much bigger than what it used to be. So where like a lot of people are making like legitimate income off of playing games and streaming and shit like that. We with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So recently at work I watched it was a YouTube recommended. It was a cheater being called out for his Super Mario 64 blindfolded speedrun. And like I said, this didn't really grind my gears. It didn't really tick me off, but like it's kind of fucked up cuz like people are putting legitimate effort into doing this. I don't know why. Shit seems really fucking difficult. I watched a legitimate speedrun and I watched his speedrun blindfolded and that shit looks fucking hard. But like yeah, in his fucking video, you can blatantly tell he can see through his blindfold because like he does little moves here and there that like it's to do like a blindfold speed run of anything. Not only do you need to know a game inside and out, but you need to like give yourself places and like setups to like get through areas. In Super Mario 64, a lot of the setups is like you go to a corner of the wall and you punch it and do like some backflips to get yourself up to a perfect distance where you can make things happen. This guy, he was just willingly. I don't know if he thought no one would notice. Like a couple of people in his chat noticed, but like he was just like effortlessly changing his direction, no, as if he knew where he was the whole time. He was chasing a one up. He was. It was all these tiny little things that like shouldn't be able to do. So like the most noteworthy thing that a guy brought to attention on the video was the Bowser fights in Mario 64. Whereas normal blindfolded runs, you kind of just like run to the edge and like take a hit so you can grab Bowser's tail. He was legitimately chasing Bowser around and grabbing the tail, like the legit visual speedrun way. And he wasn't doing any of the sound cues because in about the Bowser fight, which I don't understand this, the blindfolded guys apparently when you're spinning him around and you press pause, it creates a sound cue, and the sound changes based on like how you're spinning, and you can figure out when to let go of his tail based on the sound cue. But he was just letting go and like getting Bowser to hit. So like again, this doesn't really like piss me off, but like if you're not gonna put on a legitimate effort and you're just a casual speedrunner of the game, why are you going through such effort to fake the blindfolded speedrun? And like when someone in his chat called him out, he said, "I'll donate $50 if you do the Bowser fight turned around with a blanket over your head." And he was like, "No, no." That just further like proves you aren't legitimate. You're just doing this for fucking clout. You're taking away the genuine accomplishments that other people have actually put into the effort of figuring out everything how to do this. Because casual fucking speedrunner Mario said like he's been playing this game for years and he can't get 1 star blindfolded. Yet you've done it within 3 attempts and no practice. Come on, dude. Like it's not that serious. Just stick to visual speed running. Do you? You don't have to be fake for all these people. I don't know how ignorant your fan base is, where they like openly viewed it I hope you're not. Whatever. Wish you best in your endeavors. Find something you're actually good at.
Damn.
Hmm?
All right then.
Next.
It was actually a great week for me.
That's good.
Nah. I said
Nah.
but what grinds my gears is the procrastination. Like it kills me. Like example, my dad wanted to get my mother a gift, so he gave us money to get a gift. I want to say maybe a month ago, and and it's like I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, what do you want to get for the gift? And da da this that, and the other. I was like, all right, we'll figure it out. Just let me know when you want to go. Go do it. We'll do it. And then it comes Christmas Eve. I'm taking a nap, and he comes up. Talk about so when you get the gift? You get the gift yet? And I'm like, Ben got it. He's like, oh, I wanted to be there, and I didn't even get to pick the choose. I was like, you had ample time. So why you wait until Christmas Eve to say all this when you had like a month to go do it? You know, don't say something then complain about it when you had all the power to change it or do something about it, but you just did.
Mm.
All right. I might have another one, but go ahead, Tom.
What grinds my gears is yesterday when I was at the gym, I was watching this video where I forgot what editorial wrote this, but apparently they said that Cyberpunk 2077 winning Game of the Year was basically the same as Hitler winning Man of the Year on Times Magazine back in the 30s. Um,
Damn.
I get I get like the message behind it. What they were trying to say was like basically Hitler winning that Man of the Year was supposed to be somewhat satirical and asinine. But I mean, you're comparing a buggy video game to a homicidal, xenophobic, genocidal maniac. The two don't the two don't mix. I just I'm sitting on the treadmill just watching this video and I'm like, this is insane. And the developers were pissed, and I don't blame them. Like you're comparing this to Hitler, probably one of the worst human beings that ever walked the face of the earth, and this is what you compare this game to? Like, at the end of the day, man, look, it's not that serious. It's not. And there was, I mean, that article did make some other good points where they were saying that, you know, uh, Cyberpunk 2077 is very indicative of where this video game industry is actually heading. I mean, it's safe to say that every console generation, or I would say even every game, like the games, as far as bugs wise, just gets worse and worse. Every year, these games get worse and worse. And to be honest with you, I'm extremely jaded by this industry. I've been playing games for 29 years, and I'm not gonna lie, I've strongly considered PlayStation 5 being the last console that I ever buy.
Yeah.
Or no, let me change that. Xbox Series X, because I'm going to get that so I can game with my son. But the Xbox may be the last console I get. I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not worth playing these games. It's not.
Yeah.
I so like I feel like all right. So I'm gonna touch on to 2 points before I get to my next grinds my gears. Last week we spoke about how like developers and companies and like they're like it's not developers' fault, it's the company's fault, blah blah blah. But like if what you just mentioned about Cyberpunk winning Game of the Year, that
Well,
was
no, it didn't win Game of the Year. I don't understand how, or they said that it was like nominated for Game of the Year, but I think it's for next year
yeah,
because
yeah.
it missed the deadline for this past awards.
Well, that's fair. It's like, I feel like Game of the Year shouldn't be like within a year because like games come out in the span of a year, right? So I feel like you need like a 3 to 6 months gap before where you cut off before the end of the year, and the games that came on 4 months. So like instead of January to December, all games that came out between then, game of the year. I feel like you do. Let me see. What's September to September to whatever month, whatever 12 months after that would be, because
It'll be September.
well, yeah, I guess
12 months. Yeah.
yeah, but like
Pull
you
it at
you say if
360.
you say 12 months, you do January to December. You know what I mean? What would be
That's the fiscal tax year that you would do. But
yeah.
a year could be from October to October or December to December.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying though. Like to September to
Yes.
all right, so like September to September. Let's just do that. September to September, you do Game of the Year for 2020. Then, including the last 3 months of games that came out in 2019, because one to win Game of the Year, your game has to prove superior to all games that came out that year. But like, if a fucking amazing game comes out in December, like that's kind of unfair for the games that came out earlier in the year because that's the game you have fresh in your head at that point. Now, touching on like Cyberpunk being nominated for next year's Game of the Year, that's just proof of like not everyone is having these bugs. You know what I mean? It's not as common as people are making them out to be because the only people talking about the game are the people complaining about the bugs. Um, with that being said, I think I forgot the other thing I wanted to mention that you touched upon, but that's okay. I'm gonna mention my other grind my gears if you guys have no comments to what I just said.
Some good.
Okay,
Yeah, no, you go.
I really can't stand people who want a promotion just because they don't want to do the job that they have.
I already know who this is.
Sounds like a personal attack.
It's came up multiple times already, and like I don't know how else to say. Like, dude, you get off your ass if you want a promotion. You keep saying you would do this, you would do that, you do that. My 2 cents. You already know where my 2 cents went. And second of all, you already know my opinion on you being able to do the job. Now, you're more than welcome to prove me wrong, but you sitting on your ass isn't going to prove anything. End of rant.
Mm.
Be like that.
Now, noteworthy things to talk about. Eminem dropped the deluxe version of his music to
Don't
be murdered
care.
by. I don't care if you don't care. I'm going to say it. I
Wow,
am an
you call
Eminem
that
fan.
noteworthy. Mm.
It's extremely noteworthy. Regardless of how many people agree or disagree, one of the best rappers to enter the industry, one of the most successful ones to enter the industry, and still, to this day, drop breaking records. Now, is he not on people's top 10 list? That's fine. I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to force my opinion on you. But the respect should be there for the simple accomplishments that the man has been able to do.
No respect.
Where's that from?
Yeah, some Rodney Dangerfield, something like that. Some before your time.
Nah, I know. I definitely know it. The nyak 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 nyak, right?
Yes, kinda
But
sorta.
But yeah, that was my opinion. You know, I listened to the album, and I always have to listen to an album, or like Eminem's albums. I have to listen to them multiple times before like I fully understand them. They always sound good, like just like you throw it on, it's like, all right, cool, cool, cool. The beat sounds good, the music sounds good, but like I'm always looking for like, all right, where did the lyricist come in? And like once like I listen to a song enough where like I understand it, that's when I really start loving his music. And it's obviously not the songs like Without Me, or like um what was another really popular song that it was like radio popular, or like
Lose yourself is one, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, Lose Yourself, but like Use Yourself did have a message in it. I mean like songs that are just like my band. That's another one that's like people know when there's no underlying message. There's just them having a good time. But like a lot of people like don't like the transition Eminem has gone through, and like I actually love it because like his music has gotten deeper, and like just to impress the fans that he disappointed, he tried to bring Slim Shady back, and you know his you see a little of his old style mixing in with the new style, and like you get kind of like the person who's grown and the person who like wants to please everyone, and it's like I'm more for like, dude, nah, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm for the transition. I've adapted to like I've grown fond of music with a message in it, and like I love it when rappers do it because like then you get the whole you get the like I wouldn't say like rap music is better than all music, but I'd say there's more finesse involved in rap music, if that makes sense.
How so?
I would say in regards to what kind of,
I feel
yeah,
like to okay, so like just like with the wordplay and with like people rappers who can deliver their message and like put the words together where it all makes sense, or like it sounds good, it doesn't even make sense, it sounds good, and then like when it finally makes sense you get all these different meanings from it. I feel like that is more difficult than to like my opinion anyways. I feel like that's more difficult than writing like a country song, just a random pop song, something blue with the blues. I feel like there's no like I don't know. I just feel like you need more finesse to write a rap song.
No,
I would say
I agree.
I would say you need to listen to old school hip hops.
Because I've always considered hip hop to be the more superior art form than any other type of music. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away anything from anyone that plays an instrument or anything like that, but when it comes to lyrics, nah. I mean, some of the shit that comes out today is just booty butt cheeks, but I mean, some of that older shit that we used to listen to, man. Man,
Yeah,
look, ain't no other art form of music that's able to do what these hip hop heads can do.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So we were agreeing with me. I wasn't too sure when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
the
yeah,
house
yeah. No,
up.
no, no. I was agreeing with you.
Okay, cool, 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 cool,
So
cool.
I've been saying that for years. So.
I do enjoy a good old school 80s song or 70s. Like, okay. Especially
Yeah, don't
Slick
get me
Rick
wrong.
stuff.
Like I like old school music, but like I like finding. It's like I don't generally look for new music. Like I'm very like an in my lane person. Like I do it with food, I do it with music, I do it with games. Like I play stuff I know I enjoy. I listen to stuff I know I enjoy. I eat stuff I know I enjoy. Now, I love when I don't find something finds me and I love it. And like it just
Yeah.
I hear the message, you know, I like the vibe, I like the Like this mumble rap shit, I cannot stand. I will listen to 90s rap, 2000s rap, all the way up to fucking till it started, until we get past this fucking phase. But like, granted, not everyone is mumble rapping. Not everyone is doing this stupid money grab shit. And I'm here for those people. Like I will support those people indefinitely. Because like some of them, some of them are poppy. I understand that. You got your style. You not only you can rap, you can sing. But like I fuck with Russ as a rap poppy guy more than I fuck with Drake as a rap poppy guy. You know what I mean? Because Drake does like to sing in his music, and like I won't lie, I do fuck with some Drake songs, but like Drake in general as an artist just like turns me off. Cause I never understand what he wants to be. You want to be a hip hop artist, you want to be R&B, or I don't understand.
Why did it have to just be one type? Why can't it be multiple?
Well, I don't understand where he's trying to go. That's just it. Like I know Russ for a fact is both. I know that. But Drake, like I've heard him on a song go like I would never diss anyone if they diss me. Lies. And like Drake, as far as I know, he doesn't even write all his stuff. You know what I mean? Like granted, a lot of people don't, but like I can't I can't give props to the person, the cover, when the guy on the inside is doing all the work. If all you're doing is
Yeah.
singing it, and like none of it's from you. Like I can't get behind that if none of it's from you. Granted, I don't know what songs he wrote and what songs he like just ghosted, and like had a ghostwriter write, but like I would be much more of a fan if he wrote all his music and it's all sold. You're not gonna have everything be a hit, but like I can't tell what's a hit that he actually wrote, so I can't give him credit for all his success because like how do I know it's all his? You know what I mean?
Well, you can really say that with any artist because some of the some of the some artists that people consider to be legends didn't write their own stuff. Didn't write a lot of their own stuff.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like some people they rather just give their song to someone else. Like "Love the Way You Lie" by Eminem, which was a really popular radio song. That he didn't write that. It was Skylar Grey, I think, wrote that. But granted, Eminem wrote a lot of music himself that were like hits and things like that. It's like I'm not trying to be biased. I just feel like artists like Eminem and even if Jay-Z did it or Nas did it at some point or like Pusha T did it at some point, I feel like they solidified their place in the industry to be able to like, hey, I can make this song sound better than the person who would have. So I'm just gonna, rather than looking for a ghostwriter, ghostwriters are looking for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but also Drake could have. I'm not trying to stick up for Drake, but Drake could have also been like, all right, well, let me go ahead and do this song that this guy wrote just to get him on, get some money in his pocket because Ice Cube did the same thing with his cousin, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, because he wrote Gangsta's Fairy Tale for his first album, and he did that to get his cousin on and to get some money in his pocket, and Dell's been relatively a underground artist, but he's got money in his pocket, and everybody, I mean, maybe not everybody, but decent amount of people know his name, especially in the Bay Area. You know what I mean? So it could have been a situation like that. Not trying to stick up for the man, but a lot of times that's what artists do. Your homeboy gets credited for the song. All right, now he's on. He's got a little bit of money in his pocket, so now he can kind of branch out, and he can either continue to write or he can try to put out his own music.
Okay, so
It's
my
kind of like that
question
with
is,
I said
How
they do that with
many?
producers too, like the productions. Like they just put people's executive producer by and have a whole bunch of people, even though they didn't have a mass role. It's just to get people out there sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, even there's songs that Scott Storch produced that I don't think he even got credit for. They just threw Dr. Dre's name on there. Same thing with even if you go back to the Juice Crew, where you had guys like Big Daddy Kane and G Rap and all them. Those guys were co-producing with Marley Marl, but they never got credit for co-producing. The producing credits strictly went to Marley Marl. You know,
Yeah, I get that. I don't know.
because
Then I feel like they need to change up things a little bit. Then there's like
it's just it's the seedy way that the music business is. Like, if let's say for instance Carlos has a shell, like the shell of the beat, right? And I'm like, oh, yo, you know what would sound, would sound dope on this? Yo, take the drums from this album and throw them on there. Well, I just helped you co-produce that because I just basically gave you, I gave you something to put on that track. I added to that track, and if you use it, yeah, technically I just co-produced that. So if you decide to not put my name on that, then I mean, what way do I have of proving that I helped co-produce that? And a lot of times stuff like that happens. Or even, let's say, for instance, I'm writing some rhymes and Carlos goes, yo, instead of saying, having that word in there, replace it with that. That shit sound doper. Carlos basically just wrote that. He should definitely get writing credit for that. But a
I
lot
feel
of
like
people
that's very
don't.
minimal though. Like the line thing, that's very the beat thing. I can understand because those drums are gonna be there through the entire beat. You have a percentage, a legitimate percentage of that song at that point that you helped create. The line thing, that's me helping my boy. Now you ask me
Well,
to
that's
write you a
technically like a
verse,
No, but
that's
then
intellectual property though. Like that's
yeah,
his. Yeah.
technically, you should still get co-writing credit for that. Because even though you just changed one word or one line, yes, you still contributed to that. So you absolutely should get credit for that. And people who, let's say, for instance, like a song like, oh man, I'm trying to think of like a monster hit. Well, let's go 50 Cent in the club, right? Let's say I'm 50 Cent and I can't nail this hook. So Carlos goes, yo, say it like this, or, add this to it. Yo, you basically even though you only added maybe the word you still co-wrote that. And you should absolutely get credit for that. But a lot of people don't know that. And that's where they kind of get lost in the sauce and when they get screwed out of money. Because, I mean, yo, that 50 Cent's first album went diamond. And In the Club was a monster hit for months.
yeah,
So
but
Matt,
wasn't at that point Dre and Eminem like helping 50?
I don't know. I don't know if they were necessarily helping him write. I don't think 50 Cent's ever had help writing rhymes or anything like that. But as far as marketing wise and beats and everything like that, oh, he was set up perfectly. That's why those first two albums were smashes. There's this one guy I used to be friends with tried to tell me anytime 50 Cent said shady aftermath that meant that Eminem was writing his lyrics. I was like, bro, shut up. You sound stupid. You do realize that rappers shout out the record labels all the time, you moron. Like, you just
Nah,
sound
so
stupid.
I like I said, I'm not like a blind fan of anything. Like for God's sake, my football team is the Eagles. You know how much
Mm,
commitment you need to the fucking Eagles to be a fan?
yeah.
So like yeah, no, there's no way. Like there's like Dre and Eminem wouldn't have been interested in 50 if he didn't have his own type of talent. Let's get that right for guys who think um Eminem basically writes for everyone under his label, or like no one has anything without him. Like the reason these guys are on this talent is because he's fond of them, not because they're fond of him, which they are. If Eminem's camp has a lot of love for M. Anytime someone disses him, the whole camp responds before he even considers it. And like their reason for that was he's just busy working, whatever.
I mean,
Now,
you can even. I mean, you can. I mean, it's even safe to say that did Eminem maybe help 50 with a couple rhymes here and there? Probably.
probably he probably
You know
gave
what I
his
mean?
professional input, like, "Hey, this would be dope. You should probably do this. You should do this. Yo, this would sound cool." Like, I when I come across like, um, what I want to say, when I come across articles about something that interests me, whether it's Jay Z, Nas, Eminem, I'll read it. I'll glance over it, and like, I read over the interviews. And what's cool about these interviews is a lot of them say the same thing. Generally, cause like I'll generally read the Eminem interview because it's about my favorite rapper, and a lot of the guys say the same thing. Like working with Eminem is so fucking. It's awesome. It's stressful because he has a mind for like producing and like everything's working a different way, and like you gotta imagine like he expects the same to his guys. Like yo, put it here. You should have a vision, and that's what you should be doing at that point. Your vision. But that's all. Now as far as it's like I don't know. Maybe we're just too far in a time where like I guess people don't care about giving credit to people who like deserve it. Maybe I don't know. I'm just like
Well, I mean, it's always been like that. Even if you go back to the first commercial hip hop rap song, does anyone know what that is?
Nope. Not before my
Rapper's de-
time.
Rapper's Delight.
Oh, I know that.
Okay, so anyone knows? Oh my God, I'm gonna get roasted because I don't remember this guy's name. Cass. Oh, fuck.
Casanova.
He used to go by Casanova Fly. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of his name. But he was in the Treacherous Five, I believe. Ah, God, I'm gonna get roasted because I don't remember this. But
Grandmaster.
yeah,
Uh,
Grandmaster Caz. Yeah, that's his name, Grandmaster Caz. Now, Big Bang Hank used to manage Grandmaster Caz. Big Bang Hank was working at a pizza. Oh wow, was working at a pizza parlor, and he ran into I forgot what the woman's name, but she was like the owner of Sugar Hill Records, whatever. So he wound up spitting some lyrics from Grandmaster Caz. So if you listen to Big Bang Hank's verse on on Rapper's Delight on the CASS, the ONNOVA, the rest is FLY. That's Casanova Fly. That's Grandmaster Caz. He
yeah.
ripped his whole fucking verse and put it on that song, and he didn't get credit for that whatsoever. So see, shit like that happens all the time. And even, I mean, I'm pretty sure Grandmaster Caz still feels some type of way because he's one of the pioneers of the genre of music, and he still doesn't get his just due. But
Mm-mm.
back then when Rappers Delight first came out, everyone thought that shit was whack because it was so commercial. It was like, this isn't what we listen to in the park jams. You know what I mean? So to them, not a lot of people like that, but today that's regarded as one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. And that first verse on that song was ripped. And that poor man doesn't get credit for that to this day. He sees no monetary gain off of that.
Yeah. It's a fickle world we live in. Say, I like the what's that other one? The breaks. Oh, Curtis Blow was another one I used to like too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
Um,
man. I told my dad I thought Curtis Blow was whack. That motherfucker got so mad.
I can see it though.
Oh,
What's the no, the song where the jungle, I think was the one that's one of my all time faves.
but I tried to explain to my dad. I'm like, Dad, look at it from where I came into this, and you got to look at it from, I see it from your point of view. This is the first time you ever heard these dudes rapping. I came in on Ice Cube Death Certificate. That's what I came in on. You came in on Rapper's Delight, and I never talked to my dad about whether or not he was going to, if they have park jams where he was from, because he's originally from Paterson, New Jersey. So, I don't
Oh, he's
know
from
if
my
he
neck of the
ever,
woods.
yeah. So I don't know if he hung out in New York like that. I've never asked him, and he's never really told me. So, but so Curtis Blow and you know, Houdini, which one of the frontmen for Houdini died this past week. R.I.P. I forgot his name. Um, those guys, my dad probably holds in high regards because that's what he was listening to when he was a late teen, early adult. You know what I mean? So I understand why he would think Curtis Blow was like amazing, but to me, I just personally think he's whack. You know what I mean? Just from my entry point into hip hop, to me he's whack.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
some songs I'm like, and other songs like, okay, I can vibe with this.
I mean, like, come on. My favorite game is or how the hell's that lyric go?
uh,
I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Like, come on, like really? That's so stupid.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, it was the breaks was the one I like.
I do like the breaks.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like I said, man, like a lot of that '80s hip hop is whack. It's some of it is just it's awful. It's terrible. It's not good. You know what I mean? Like when New York had that blackout in the '70s, a lot of people said back then like you had a bunch of different DJs and hip hop artists popped up overnight. You know what I mean? And the music just
yeah,
was not good.
yeah.
I'll even say, some of the early Marley Marl beats were kind of, I didn't like them. I thought they were stupid. That real cool cat. Like, I don't like that shit. Like I said, I came in with Sir Jinx working on the Death Certificate album. Sir Jinx, man, that fucking Death Certificate album still sounds like a brand new album to this day. That album holds the test of time. So that's just me though.
Yeah, I
That's
hear
fair.
that.
That is fair. That's solid. Those are solid opinions.
Definitely better than Eminem. But hey, that's just me.
Damn.
You know what? I don't even know why. Everybody stay wanting to come for M, bro. It is constant. I don't even. It'd be literally no one. No one.
Well,
Absolutely
you know
no
what?
one.
I
JC
feel I
better
feel
Eminem
like
though. Sean.
I
Like,
feel I
how do you
feel
even
like
say nothing?
well, I feel like because a lot of people make this argument, and I've even said this in the past too. Who has Eminem gone up against that can lyrically match him?
Okay, but like
No,
we talked
no,
about
no, I'm
this.
not.
We talked about
I know,
this.
and I'm not dissing him,
No, I know. I
but I
understand.
mean,
But
I mean, you went out.
I don't think you need to be. I don't think you need to go against anyone to solidify your place in hip hop. Because a lot of the people I like right now, they don't battle. They
I
don't.
don't. He doesn't mean like battle. He just means like, I'm thinking you mean like who's coming out with some hits versus like
No,
Oh no! When we talked about this
it's
before,
not.
it was like battle.
It,
It was like dissing.
uh
it's not necessarily battling, but I mean, he went after people who he knew could not fight back. NSYNC ain't fighting back. Backstreet Boys ain't fighting back. Britney Spears ain't fighting back. Um,
I'm gonna feel so
he
fucked up as a fan for saying this, but like he basically Mayweathered his beefs.
You know what I mean? But he didn't go at he didn't like when that song Forever came out. He said he had something for Wayne, he had something for Kanye, he had something for Drake, but he never went at them. So it's kind of like,
But that was
eh,
good. That was good. He had it for no reason because when Forever came out, he was like high and drunk and like he was still mourning the death of his best friend. Like that's why he came out with Recovery, and on the song Talking to Myself, he spoke upon that. Like he almost went after them, but like they pulled him out and said, "Yo, don't do that. Don't do that." And like he said like he just like he was lost without his like cuz proof was his reason. Proof was his rhyme to his reason, his fucking his conscious, his Jiminy Crickets, his pull back to reality, and like he didn't have that. So the man was basically spazzing out. And that's why those discs never came out. Basically. But like still, regardless of this, everyone who talks about Forever basically say he stole that song. You know what I mean? And that's just people around M recognize M as like one of the greatest, but people who don't want to recognize M basically say he shouldn't be there because he's white.
no, I
And I
wouldn't say
think
that.
no, but like it's the music industry itself that say that, and like I understand he's not your go-to guy, but like don't discredit the man because he's white. You know what I mean? Regardless of white, black, yellow, fucking whatever, the man can
Purple.
fucking rhyme his ass off. Does anyone
Yeah,
disagree with that?
no, I don't disagree. I
I
mean,
do
just personally,
not.
me, I mean, listen, man, not to take nothing away from him personally, I don't think he's the greatest rapper alive, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really think anyone's the greatest other than like I'll put like Prince to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, nigga,
Like
they ain't
those type.
rappers though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rappers, I'm not too. I like if I like you, I like you. I ain't too worried about it.
It's a vibe for me, bro. You gotta be like you gotta hit different.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I don't really hit different. I guess I might start making some mixtapes.
I'm recording.
You said what?
You gonna start making some mixtapes? That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
That's what you gonna do. You
yeah,
gonna hand out your mixtapes. You gonna buy
yeah.
instead of Halloween. You gonna give people a fucking USB and a Snickers wrapper.
Damn
Damn
right.
right.
They think it's a Kit Kat. Motherfucking USB port. Damn.
And nah, B, you getting this mixtape.
Nah, I ain't finna do that. I'm too old now.
That's fucking hilarious.
Never
I ain't
too old
got
to start
bars.
rapping, bro.
Yeah, I ain't got bars
Bro,
like I
you
used to.
you realize Jay Z and Big Daddy Kane are the same age?
Shoot. They better than me though.
I didn't realize that. That is
Yeah, Jay
good.
Z. Actually, Jay Z used to uh at one point Big Daddy Kane was trying to get Jay Z signed, and even did a song with Jay Z. And I forgot who the other artist was. He did a song with. I think the song was called "Show and Prove."
Damn. Yeah.
Now,
This nigga got that
granted,
job
like
for
earlier, I
me.
did say I hold hip hop to like a higher tier of music because like the amount of talent goes into it alone is just amazing. I am, for those who don't know, a person who loves all music. Like
Except for
I will find
country.
a song in any genre to listen to. Like there's always a version of a genre that you can enjoy. You just gotta find it. Like for those of you who refuse to believe it, country isn't all just pickup trucks and mud riding. There's
I think
actually good
Man,
country
everyone
when
music out there.
believes that.
Man, the only country song I recognize is Honky Tonk the Donkey Donk, bro. That's the only country song I recognize. All the rest of that shit can just get thrown in the trash.
Damn.
Oh, guys. So I was doing a lot of testing because I was talking to mine and Irby's boy Pete, and he brought it to my attention that you guys sounded low, and that's not a your guys thing. It's a my thing, and like I sounded okay, but I was fiddle fucking around my laptop because Ray's on vacation, so I had to find something to record. And I was fiddle fucking my laptop, and I had
The,
our video play
you mean
side by
your
side with a
executive
YouTube
producer?
video. What's up?
You mean your executive producer's on vacation?
Yeah,
Not
my
get that man no credit because he messing with your sound tinkers. That counts.
No, I saw it on. He's
You
my
gotta give
editor.
him credit, man. You gotta give him credit. That's
I've
all I'm
said on
saying.
video he's my editor. Now, continuing
Shoot.
on, you fucking piece of shit. Continuing on, I was playing a video back to back with a YouTube video on like the laptop on loud, and like we were like our videos in general were significantly lower than the YouTube videos, and I think part of the reason for that is we kept it low because the other mic would just pick up the laptop and it'd just be so fucking obnoxious that like you almost don't even like you don't want to do something knowing it's bad. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to fucking you don't want to go play basketball and you can't fucking dribble the ball. That's like you could just be traveling the whole time. People are not gonna want to play with you on their team. It's not a thing. So what I did as a responsible oh shit as a responsible fuck you Irby as a responsible fucking content creator, I started playing with the sounds and like I started raising my volumes and I was playing my experimental series for the gaming channel was this game called Little Nightmares. Really short game. Actually kind of scared me a couple times legitimately. It was amazing. And I think like I don't particularly hear the laptop kicking right now, but I think with my current setup our sound might be really good. Now, depending on like the settings, it's kind of hard because I have to lower the game setting, but you guys are considered game settings, so I have to lower the game audio. So like there might always be like a mix match. I have to write up the perfect settings. I got to get the feedback from Pete on this video. But I think I might be closing into like I have a good setup for the gaming, I think I might be nearing a good setup for the podcast. I just need some feedback. So Pete, when you get around to listening to this one, let me know. Let me know how the sound is. Let me know how the quality is. Let me know if you hear a buzzing sound in the back, 'cause that's probably the laptop. I don't know. But like basically what I had to do is I put the game volume up, I put my volume up, and then I just put the volume on the listening volume on the laptop down so that like you guys don't come off through my headphones into the mic and there's no echo. It's really technical. It's kind of weird, but I feel like it's nearing really good. So like Irby, if you still happen to watch the gameplays, Little Nightmares, tell me how the sound is on that one.
Nah, I gave up supporting that dream a while ago.
I believe you. I believe you
Nah,
wholeheartedly.
man, I'm just kidding. Damn, I'll be on there. Shoot. Yeah.
But with all that being said, anything else that was noteworthy? The Eminem thing kind of took us into a music tangent, and I loved it. But anything else noteworthy in the past week or so? And, something we forgot to mention last week, something that we wanted to mention this week. I went on my game rant about the speed runs because I I think I wanted to note the speed running because I kind of want to start streaming soon, and I want to develop that fan base, and like I want to be surrounded by people. Like if people are gonna watch me, I want them to watch me because they enjoy what I'm doing, not enjoy me faking something.
Shoot, I enjoy faking some things sometimes.
Hmm. So yeah, anything noteworthy for you
Fake
guys?
the moon landing. No, I don't even have anything noteworthy. I've just been living my slow life.
Ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Tone, anything
Hey,
noteworthy? Can you hear Tone, Irby? I can't. I don't think I can hear Tone.
I don't hear him no more.
Tone,
If you can
are you
hear us,
there?
Tone, talk to your controller.
Yes, yes. Tone has the PS5.
Tone can't hear you. That's what he's saying.
Um, Here, I'll leave and come back.
Shoot.
Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. If this goes well, this should fix this issue.
Either.
Can you hear me now, Tone?
Yeah, I can hear.
Hey, I don't know why it does. Maybe because you got a 5 and 5 doesn't recognize.
Yeah. We're the lesser brand.
We're
The
we're evil now.
It'd be like that, bro.
They
we're
do.
the
They do.
the Tutti Fruities at the Fruit Loops.
So yeah, anything noteworthy for you, Tone?
No.
No. All right. So moving on to song suggestions. What do you guys got?
Suggestions. Let me looky here.
Yeah, I forgot to pick out mine.
I have one. Um,
Had?
I said I have one.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, it's Camp Low Lucchini, aka Prison Zed.
Oh, that was
Uh,
gonna be mine.
Oh damn,
Damn.
my
was that
bad.
legit gonna be yours
That,
this week?
yes, that was gonna be mine.
It just
Shit, I
goes to show
listened to
how
that the other day.
how similar Irby and Tone's like of music is because there are tons of songs in the world and these niggas was about to suggest the same fucking song.
You know what? I'm gonna stay on the same album, and I'm gonna go Sparkle from Camp Low.
Shit.
I
Yeah,
think that's
that
fair.
beat
I think that's
that beat
solid.
got you wanna make you wanna put on your car and just start cruising around the street.
Yeah, that beat is hard,
Yeah.
hard. I was bumping to that a couple weeks ago. I was like, you know what? I can't believe I haven't suggested this to the podcast yet.
Yeah, I was listening to the other day. I was like, you know what? This is gonna be my old school song right here.
I will
Damn,
suggest To Each His
man,
Own
beat
by
me to the
Fora.
punch.
You said what?
To Each His Own by Fora.
By Zorro,
Fora. Zorro?
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora. I want to go there so bad one day.
Go there,
I
have
will.
fun. It'll be a
But
great experience.
guys, that's gonna do it. I think that about wraps it up for this episode on the podcast. Thank you so much if you been following up to this point, and I'm hoping that the quality is starting to improve to where it's very noticeable. We're doing my best to get it up to top tier, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share us with people. Do what you got to do, and we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Peace.
Peace.